I've got so many memories of being on the canal here, and to be honest, it's where my whole career started. I hadn't rowed any level before I came to Edinburgh, and so I wasn't used to any of the big rivers. The canal was perfect for me. It's sort of small, it's contained, incredible ability of coaching, and I just came to a world where it's a real. I know we talk about families in sport. It's a real family feel. It's an incredible community to be part of, and all my memories are happy.
What are your memories of the old boathouse?
The old boathouse, I have to say it's definitely a lick of paint since I last saw it. It was a very functional, physical clubhouse. It housed the boats and it did what it needed to do, but that was it. You didn't spend any time in it. You didn't gather around it. You met before you went rowing, went out and came back in, and then went home. I think the joy of a new boathouse where it's got social space and it's got even luxurious things like change rooms and hot showers, all these things that are part and parcel of sport, but we didn't always have it. And I think it's going to create even more. It was always a lovely community feel before, but this has got time and space for people to really enjoy being part of a club and being part of teams, and that to me is the essence of sport.
You've been around it. What do you think?
The clubhouse looks amazing. I genuinely am so jealous I'm not here anymore. I want to come back and be part of this all over again. It's just, I think you can make any space work, but when you suddenly see how good it can be, this has taken things to a whole new level. I think it'll mean more people can be part of this club, more people can spend time in the club with each other. The fact they've got an indoor space for the rowing machines and just things that have never been done before. I think what's lovely is speaking to people today, you get the buzz, you get the excitement. The people are really thrilled about the potential of this place now.
And is there a little bit of coming home for you, coming back to the club?
I always feel I come home when I come back here. I spent so much of the early part of my career on this canal, in these clubhouses, and it is like coming home, and that's special.
Now the club has its slogan, rowing for all. Do you think it can do that better now with a space like this?
One of the big things with the new clubhouse is it's very physical. When you walk in, you feel it instantly as how much more accessible it is. So everything on the level, they've got much more room and adaptability for sort of anything with wheelchairs, accessibility. Those things are very different than they could be before. Before the club was working in a very old boathouse, one of the oldest boathouses in the country, and now you've seen, the demands of modern life is very different. And actually now this is, I think, rowing as a kind of, from the personality side, it's always welcomed people in, but actually there's also the practicalities of how accessible it can be, and now this new boathouse has meant anyone can come through the doors.
And everyone here is very excited that you're back. All the juniors are kind of saying that's who we want to be, that's who we're aspiring to. Is that something that you feel when you speak to rowers here, that they feel it's doable now? If you can do it, then they can.
It's genuinely, it's such a privilege coming to speaking to new athletes and young athletes who have exciting ambitions and hearing about those. And when you hear that they have watched what I've done in my career and aspire to be something like me, that's incredibly flattering, but also really exciting, because I know what that felt like when I started. I knew how excited I was to be a part of this sport. I had ambitions, and those moments you think, I don't know if it's possible or not, and you need brilliant people around you to help you get up there. And if I can be part of that help and that support, that's a lovely thing to do, because I want them to have the wonderful experiences I had, and it is possible.